views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff and management of WWDB-TV.
Whether she's walking the red carpet or doing interviews, you'll find her with celebrities and all the latest news. She's here, she's there, she's everywhere, she's always on the go. So sit back, relax, and get ready, 'cause it's the Corey Taylor Talks Show.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Corey Taylor Talks, live from Las Vegas. I have with me one of our most reoccurring guests, I would say. I have with me Rheuk. So hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, it's been a while.
Yeah, about a year, huh?
Yeah, probably. So how have you been? You always are kicking butt and taking names and doing a million things. So how have you been?
I've been good, just working, just really working and trying to get better and better. Just striving to go far.
Yeah.
You know, same thing.
And you're working on something new, actually, that we're going to be really talking about today.
So excited.
So why don't you tell people about it?
It's my sophomore album, and it's coming out. It's called, I don't know, should I release the name first on your show?
Yeah, I think so.
Unorthodox.
Oh, okay.
That's the title.
Okay, I like it, yeah.
Right, because it's me, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And it's just all my songs I released this summer, which is like Abby, just So Cold, and along with 6 new songs, September 6th.
Wow. Oh, so very soon. Yes.
Yes. My birthday.
Oh, there you go. That's super exciting. So how long have you been working on this for?
Well, I kind of just worked on single by single this summer. And then now it's just been really a month. And it's done. It's just been a month. I just wanted to work on 6 more songs. Let's get an album.
Yes,
so,
absolutely. Yeah. No, that's
just
awesome.
like that, really.
That's good. Hey, when it's meant, it's meant. Yeah. So actually, even today we're going to be going song by song, so people.
Okay, cool.
Is that cool?
Yeah, right. So they know.
That's right. Yeah. So what can people expect from this album?
What can they expect? A lot of unorthodoxness.
Okay. I guess that goes with the title. Then,
right. A lot of ups and downs. Just a little bit of me. A lot of me. And I'm several different people, and it's really unorthodox. Just something off. Yeah. Something different. Something maybe a little weird.
A little weird. Okay, well, unorthodox.
Yeah, not
there
orthodox.
We go. Not orthodox. Yeah, no, so, that's awesome. Well, your stuff is always really amazing, and you're so talented. Everyone really loves your songs, so.
Thank you, everybody. I don't know about that.
Well, a lot of people are haters, but that's okay.
Right, there are motivators.
That's right.
That's it.
There we go. There we go. But so let's get into it. So I have a list of your songs.
You're the first one who has this.
Oh,
this
so
is the
I
first
feel
time
honored.
I'm talking about this.
Oh my goodness, I feel super honored.
You should be. Your Corey Taylor Talks are the best.
Thank you.
You are.
All right, so let's go song by song. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
All right. So, what is Dance All Night about?
Ooh, Dance All Night. About dancing all night.
Dancing all night.
It's about you're like shy and you don't want to go out. You're nervous to go out, and a friend pushes you out and makes you dance and have a good time. And say, "Come on, we only live once. Let's get out and have a good time."
That's awesome.
Let's dance.
That's right. And so did you write all these songs yourself?
Every single song.
That's awesome. So do you relate to all of them, or did you like pull from other experience or from other people, or?
Yeah, there is a track on there. Actually 2 tracks that are kind of about myself, but at the same time I go into another character, which is like my alter ego.
Oh, okay.
There's an alter ego in this album.
Okay. Does the alter ego have a name?
Yes, Oasis.
Oh, really? I can't pronounce that. I'm not even going to try.
It's Greek. But I'm not Oasis right now.
You're not Oasis right now. Okay. No, that's awesome. That's cool. Yeah. I know a lot of people do. So I've never had one, but I think it's cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
it's like I have to name that character.
Right.
Because it's came around me so many times while I'm writing, and I just ended up naming that character.
Well, there you
And
go.
it comes into me and, performs with me when I perform those songs.
Well, that's cool.
yeah.
So it's only certain songs, or like all yours when you perform?
Certain songs, like
Certain
the
songs?
dark, emo,
Okay.
sad songs, when I'm feeling sad, that's when Oasis comes out.
Will you tell me what songs those are when we're going through it?
Yeah,
okay. All right. Okay. So, track number 2, "Make You Feel." What is that about?
Make You Feel. It's a song about, I think I've actually said this when I wrote this song like a year ago. And I said this on your show that I was writing this.
Okay.
It's a song about being who you are. Does it matter? It's actually seeing it as an example of somebody who is themselves and who is comfortable for who they are. And it's being inspired by that person. It's like, it doesn't matter if you're straight, gay, or bi, transsexual. It doesn't matter if you're black. It doesn't matter if you're Mexican, white. It doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah.
Basically, that song is just, I want to make you feel better.
That's awesome.
You are who you are. I accept you. It's an accepting song for people.
That's great. And we really need it a lot.
We need that,
Yes,
to
absolutely.
open up people's minds and really accept people and love people and open up people's hearts
Yeah.
and to make people feel, I think I've said this on your show before, like, not alone.
Yeah.
People feel like they're so alone,
Yeah.
and they're not.
No, absolutely, and we've talked about that a million times when we've had
Right.
you on. But you're very inspirational, and you're always
Thank
very
you.
accepting, and people can really look up to that and
Absolutely.
show that there's good people in this world doing good things, and you don't need to be bad. You can be good, and there you go.
Right, and
Yeah.
we could shine light. And
That's
we can,
right.
especially with music, you can help people with that,
Yeah.
Instead
Absolutely.
of making about drugs or something else,
Right.
you can open up people's minds and make it about accepting people, making people feel good.
Yes.
Like the music used to be.
That's
you know?
true. Yes, absolutely.
Taylor Swift still makes me feel good once in a while, though.
I love Taylor. She's awesome. All right, and okay, so track number 3, "You're My Everything."
That's another Spanish song.
Okay.
Like a sequel
okay.
to Rapito.
There we go.
So it's like, you are my everything. It's Tu eres mi todo is what I say in that song. Eres mi todo. And I've been really learning Spanish along the way of writing, so I just added that in my album.
That's cool.
Learning how to speak Spanish is hard.
Yeah, I tried in sophomore year and I failed miserably, so that is not
Even
gonna
going
happen.
to other countries, I still don't know.
Yeah,
I'm, like,
no, it's
lost.
difficult, absolutely. But that's cool. You incorporated it in 2 songs
Right.
now, so that's
Yeah,
really
2
cool.
songs.
Yeah. And your first one was a hit and actually charted and stuff. So,
Yeah,
so there we go, part 2. Are you planning on
Right.
making this a single, maybe, or?
Wow, you're smart. It actually is going to be the single.
See, there you go.
Yes.
There you go. Okay, and then track number 4 is "Rebel."
Rebel, that is a reggae song.
Oh, interesting.
Very
okay.
reggae. It's rebel against the hate before it's too late. Those are the lyrics. And it's about stand up for your divine, look at the sign. It's about just looking at the times and the darkness around us and hypocrisy that's going on in the world and really fighting before it's too late, standing up for people before it's too late and noticing what's going on. Because
Yeah.
a lot of people they're not noticing what's really going on in
Yeah.
this world. So it's just opening up your eyes and really seeing and going and fighting, being a freedom fighter.
Good. Yeah.
That's the song.
Once again, very needed. I really,
Right.
so far, I mean, we're only on track number 4.
Oh, wow.
But so
Are we?
far, yeah. But so far,
Wow.
really, it sounds like an inspirational album, which is very cool.
Right.
Yeah. And then, so track number 5 is "No One Really Cares."
No one really cares. That's Oasis.
Okay. Okay.
It's Oasis is a person who how can I say this? It's just very sad.
Oh, okay.
Very depressed. Doesn't know what to do with the anger and depression, and has been through a lot. It's just Oasis is sick. Sick of the world. Sick of what's going on. Sick of getting treated bad. Sick of having people die
Right.
in the world. So Oasis is just really just sick and tired. You know, sick and tired that people don't care
Right.
about humanity or care about anybody. You know, Oasis is a freedom fighter as well, but very depressed
Yeah.
and sad.
So kind of to have that balance on the album. Is that what you
Like, yeah.
the whole get the whole picture of everything and different perspectives and everything? That's cool.
Yeah, it's like unorthodox.
Yep. There we go. I think we're gonna be saying that word a lot today, but that is
Right.
okay. Okay, and then number 6 is So Cold.
So Cold. That actually came out. Everybody go get that one. That's an alternative track, and that's Oasis as well.
Okay.
And that's a heartbreak song about something, you know, terrible. Heartbreak, very personal. And yeah, that comes out in that song. It's just the world and somebody being very cold. So it's
Gotcha.
just, again, just same thing, sick and tired of what's going on, sick and tired that nobody cares. And just trying to, just so upset, like you don't know why the world is so cold. You can't get through why, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. No, I like it though because I know a lot of people really do feel that way, and
Right.
maybe this will help them and see that with the whole album and how
Right.
it's also very positive and stuff. It'll help them
Absolutely.
find the balance. So
It's a balance.
yeah. And then Rapido, track number 7.
Yes. That's the fun one.
Yes.
Actually, I'm wearing a Columbia shirt right now.
Oh, very cool.
I love Columbia. When I went there, I was so inspired. I went there for Holy Week, and I performed at a place called Disco Land, but now that I looked it up, it's called Land Disco. So I kind of got that wrong the whole time.
It's okay. It's okay.
But I performed This Is the Beat there, and I met JDM. I had no rhythmic pop song. Oh, no, I did a rhythmic pop song. I had no reggaeton song at the time, no Spanish.
Right.
And I got away with performing a rhythmic pop song, you know, and I was like, I need a Spanish song. I need
Yeah.
what they have, you know. I really was inspired by it. So I met amazing singer JDM, and he's actually on the radio today.
Oh, cool.
And we worked and collaborated, and baila esta cumbia.
No, and it really was a hit song. It charted,
It charted.
multiple countries, and it
Oh
was
my
just
gosh.
really cool. Yeah, and it's a great song. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm so blessed that it charted, and I never would expect that in 1,050 years.
Yeah.
But I'm going to keep going because it's still not good enough for this industry.
No,
But it's
no,
something, but it's
No,
just,
it's
it's so
incredible.
hard, this industry, where it's
Yeah.
like people think, oh my God, you hit the charts. And it's like, no, I'm still a working stiff. You know? That's just what it is.
No, it's incredible that you did that, and you're just gonna go much further. And hopefully, this album I think
Thank
will be a really
you.
big success. So
Yeah, one thing I won't do is just stop making music.
yes,
You know, just like you won't stop interviewing. Like,
right.
it just keep going no matter what, because it makes us happy. And these videos and songs they never die.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, you can look back on these for years. No matter if I made it or not with my music,
Right.
I could still say, wow, I made that album and made something in my
Yeah.
life, you know?
Well, I think you're doing amazing. So.
Oh, thank you.
And then
Thank
number 8 is Vegas Trap House.
That struck a lot of controversy on
Okay.
the net. That song's just about having fun with your friends and not caring what people think, the haters think.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
And then track number 9 is 21.
21 is about me being 21 and not giving a bleep what the haters think. Those are the explicit songs. In
Gotcha.
the album.
But now you're about to be 22, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just needed an anthem for 21.
You know, actually, it's such an important age. But I really don't think there's many.
It is.
Yeah, there's not that many songs
But and
about
plus,
it.
I'm
So.
staying at that age too.
Right. Exactly. And then number 10 is Weekend in Ghana.
Oh, that's a fun one. I actually did that with Shantu Miles, the producer who made like Stay Strong and This Is the Beat, Keisha Renee's husband at the time. And I never put it out, and I kind of redid it with his beat. and weekend in Ghana, because I really been reading a lot about Ghana, and I really love Ghana, and it's my dream to go there next. And I have a lot of supporters and fans and people in Ghana,
Oh,
and I'm like, it's just a fantasy weekend
Yeah.
in Ghana, because when I
right.
read about it and stuff, and then you jump into the book, and then you're in Ghana.
Yeah. There you go. And hopefully it'll
You
be
know?
reality soon, too.
I hope so.
Yeah. There you go. And then the last track, number 11, is Abby.
Abby is about one of my really, really good friends that passed away a few years ago.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
She was very just amazing to me. She accepted me for who I am. I accepted her. She went out and did her thing, and I just never seen her again. And she was 18 when she passed away, and I just will never forget her.
Yeah.
And her mom actually reached out to me about that song.
Oh, wow.
So it's just a really heartbreaking thing, and it's really what's going on in the world to so many other people.
Yeah.
Gun violence is nothing. It's just terrible,
Yeah.
and it's really increasing.
Yes, it is.
And and it makes me feel a certain way because I've lost somebody to a lot of gun violence
Yeah.
now, and when I hear it on the news all the time, it really it makes me feel terrible.
Absolutely. Okay.
Well,
Well, especially
about-
we're in Vegas, so we had the largest mass shooting in the history of America, and it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible.
And we need to do something about
Yeah.
it before it's too late. I don't know what we could do.
Yeah.
Really, nobody cares.
Yeah.
Nobody really cares.
I think hopefully, I think more people are becoming aware, and I think eventually we'll get somewhere. Might take a little bit longer, but eventually we're gonna get somewhere. So
I think we just need more gun control.
yeah.
We need. It's too easy in Nevada, I know, to get a weapon.
Yeah.
And on top of that, just about Abby,
Yeah.
her killer is let out of
Right.
jail, of prison.
Wow.
And it's I get it. People do and sell drugs, and they're in there for a long time, but they let out a killer less time than somebody who does drugs.
Yeah.
And
No, definitely the justice system.
It's no justice.
Right. There needs to be absolutely a lot of corrections made to it. So
Absolutely.
I think we'll get there eventually. It's just we'll see what happens in the next
We'll see what happens.
few years. I believe in it, though. I believe in it. I think the world will get better for sure.
It will.
Yeah, and
It
there's
will.
and see, here's the problem too. I think there's so much negativity and everyone's focusing on it, but there's so much positive that people aren't really paying attention to
Right,
because the negative
right.
just always seems to overpower it. But I think we need to start really focusing on the positive and all the people who are really doing good in the world, and
That's
I
true.
think that's what we need to focus on, really.
You're right, and there's a lot of that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good things happening, and when you fall, you get back up, and
Yeah.
it doesn't rain forever,
Right.
and you can't let things that hurt you in life bring you down, and because there is a lot of good to life. There's so much to see, there's so much good, good and bad, but there is more good. It's all what you look for.
Yes.
So
Yes, absolutely. But I think this album sounds amazing.
Thank
so,
you.
Yes, congratulations. So September
Thank you.
6th, correct?
September 6th.
And are you planning on doing a live stream or something when it comes out, or planning on doing anything?
I don't know yet.
Okay, we still got
I
a
might
little
just
bit.
drop it
You just-
unorthodoxly.
There you go. That's true. There you go. Do something
Thank you.
different.
I'm glad that I said it on your show first.
I'm very
This is
appreciative.
history
I'm honored. Yes.
of the second album, because you've been seeing my career forever.
Yeah.
You've been the one who's really watched me the most. I've known
Yeah.
you for years. How many years now?
You're
Since I had long
almost
hair.
6 years probably now. Yeah.
6 years. It feels like 17 years.
I know, but
Right.
yeah, probably almost 6 years now.
Wow.
So yeah, craziness.
Craziness.
But you've grown so much, and you're doing so many incredible things, and
Thank you.
you really are so positive, which is such a unique
Yeah.
thing, and you're really
Even with
helping people.
Oasis and all
yeah,
that stuff, I'm showing people that you can be positive.
absolutely,
You can deal with your pain.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I've been through a lot of stuff.
Of course, yeah.
Everybody has. I'm sure we all have, and we have to show people when we're in the light,
Yeah.
in the lamplight or whatever, that we have to be positive, we have to go on, and we have to continue our lives and help people. That's it.
Yep.
And we can't stop, and we can't let this world harden us.
Definitely, and that's what you're doing, and that's really incredible. So
Thank you.
I know
Thank
people
you.
will be
You
very
too.
excited.
Yes,
Thank
I'm
you.
excited. I don't know how people are
Yes.
going to take this album.
No, I'm
you
sure
know?
they'll like it because it's
Nothing that's like-
unorthodox. So
yeah.
how could you not like it? So
I don't know. People want you to be like one sound and one thing and one this in a box. And
Yeah.
I'm trying to be like, no, let's
Yeah.
mix it up a little bit.
I think too now a lot of celebrities and stuff are kind of changing their sound and doing
Right,
different
they
things.
are, right?
And it should be that way. It shouldn't. No one should be stuck to one thing. And you're showing that you're
Amen.
trying different things on one album. It's not even like a bunch of different. You're doing it all on
Yeah,
one album. It's a bunch
yeah.
of different things, and that's cool.
Yep.
Yes, trying different things. It's awesome.
Right. Because I would be bored singing the same beat
Yes,
on the same album.
absolutely. No.
But yeah, I need reggae, alternative, rap. I need it all.
Yep, and you got it right here.
Right, in one package. So hopefully people don't freak out by that.
No, I think it will be awesome. I really think people will be accepting towards
Okay.
it, and it sounds
Good.
like a great album. And already the songs that are out are awesome, and people love
Thank
them.
you.
So I'm sure the whole album would be just phenomenal. So
Thank you so much. Thank
Yeah.
you. Because when a bunch of people start hating, I'm going to be like, Corey Taylor Talks said this, okay?
no. And here's the thing: there's always going to be
No.
negative people. There's always
Right,
going to be mean
mhm.
people. But
And I'm
as,
thankful I have you because you've always been nice and positive and uplifting in my career. You
well,
know?
vice versa. Yeah,
So it's like,
I've been
thank
bullied
God
a lot.
for people like you in the industry,
Yeah,
you know?
it's the industry's. You're in singing, I'm acting. It's just, but both of them,
Right.
it's very tough. And honestly, anywhere you are now, it's really tough. And there's just some
Right.
mean people, but
Mean people.
the positive people need to stick together.
Absolutely.
And
Mhm.
say goodbye to them because we don't need them negative
Right.
people
We don't.
at
We
all.
don't.
We don't need that. We need to focus on the positive. So.
You're absolutely right.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for being on again,
Thank you
and
for having me
congratulations.
for the 20th time.
I know. We have to count how many times you've been. I
We
really
do.
don't
It's
remember.
got to go on the resume.
There we go.
I don't know.
No, but thank you so much for being on. I'm really.
Thank
I look
you.
forward to hearing the album. I know a lot of people are really excited about it. So.
Thank you.
And where can people keep up to date with you and buy the album and everything?
Rheuk Nation is my Instagram handle, RHEUK Nation, and iTunes,
Yes.
Apple, Unorthodox, Little Rheuk. I don't know if it's gonna be Little Rheuk or Rheuk yet, so
We'll
kind of
decide.
dabbling in that right now.
I understand. You've been Little Rheuk for years, so
Yeah.
maybe it's time to change it. Who knows?
Yeah.
Or keep it the same. It doesn't matter. I mean, Lil Wayne's been Lil Wayne for
True.
God knows how many years.
But I'm taller than him.
That's true. He's really short. He is really little. So. But no, but it's a cool thing, and
Right.
Yes, you could be changing it like Bow Wow, Little Bow Wow, and everything. So.
Who knows, right?
Yeah, there you go.
I'll
But
be Rheuk Bow Wow. Rheuk Wow.
no, but your future is very positive, and I know this album will be very successful. And
Oh, thank you.
We'll get you up
Thank
there
you.
where you belong.
One day.
absolutely. Yeah,
One day we'll keep going, and
Yes.
we'll do this.
definitely.
We'll work together.
Yes.
If I make it, we all make it. If you make it, we all make
Yep,
it.
I was just
I'm
gonna
gonna
say
say,
that out
Corey,
loud.
let's go.
Let's do it. All right. Well, thank you so much, Rheuk, Little Rheuk. We
Yes.
will be deciding very soon.
Yes, it's
So,
unorthodox.
That's right. Call it whatever you want to. So there you go. Well, thank you so much, and
Thank you.
guys for listening. Please go check him out. He has obviously this amazing album, September 6th. We are going to take a quick break, and we will be back.
Ever wonder why some other guy gets all the chicks? Ever wonder why some other guy is always the life of the party? Ever wonder why some other guy is having all the fun? Ever wish you could be that other guy? Well, now you can be with the Dan DePaola trombone method.
Hi, I'm Dan DePaola, and I've been to countless parties and events, and I know what brings good times and chicks. The trombone. With my method, your calendar will never be empty again.
You'll learn to play the songs that will keep you and your friends knee-deep in good times and broads. Songs like Sir Duke, I Feel Good, Knock 3 Times, Hot Stuff, Celebration. Pick up the pieces. The hustle. And, of course, tequila. For a single payment of only $49.99, you get a trombone, the method book, and an accompanying music CD. But wait, if you order in the next 15 minutes, you'll get this official Dan DePaola autographed photo absolutely free. The Dan DePaola Trombone Method. Create music, make friends, set the mood.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Corey Taylor Talks live from Las Vegas. I am joined with Mr. Brian from LVSportz, and you have an amazing foundation. So why don't you tell people a little bit about it, because it's really such a cool thing and really well needed.
Okay, yeah. The foundation is called the LVSportz Foundation. We founded it back in 2012. Originally, kind of started back in 2008 when my kids were playing sports, or our kids were playing sports, and me and my wife were having a hard time trying to find out the different kinds of sports leagues. There wasn't very information about that. So what we did is we created a website just for information, so different leagues and stuff. And from there, we started seeing that the sports injuries, we started recognizing a lot about sports injuries and stuff like that. So as we did our research, we started, sorry.
Okay.
And y'all edit it, right? So from there, we found that there was a lot of kids getting injured and whatnot. So as we researched more, we came across, sudden cardiac arrest and sudden cardiac death and concussions. Those are the two biggest things that are affecting youth sports and just sports, period. So we just decided to go with it and just started pushing for awareness, and also cost for sports physicals was a big thing that I noticed a lot of parents were complaining about. I don't want to get my kids a sports physical because the cost. So we decided to try to do free sports physicals, and then we started incorporating EKGs into that, and now we're doing 2D limited echoes. So that way we get a full aspect of a test that would cost upwards to $2,000 or more for kids and families. And sudden cardiac arrest doesn't affect athletes until they get up a little bit older. But we have had instances, especially here in town, where we've had an 8-year-old die on a baseball field. Just 2 years ago, we had a youth football player that was 14 years old die on a football field. But we can't catch everything, but we can at least try. And that's why we urge parents to get rescreened every couple of years, because as they grow, so does the heart. And our cardiologist has said that most things won't manifest up until they're 18 or older. So, but some do manifest a little bit earlier. So we try to catch them as early as possible.
Absolutely. And even honestly, I've heard of concussions, obviously, but I never realized how bad they were until I saw the movie Concussion, and it was just insane. It's absolutely horrible what it does, and it's not just immediately, it's till the rest of your life, and it's really horrible. So that's important.
And things like CTE you don't know you have it. It's not something that'll manifest itself until later. And they're still doing research on it, and hopefully they find a way to find it earlier. But just those repeated blows to the head, and we're not trying to say keep your kids out of sports, especially like football. With proper training and whatnot, and that's what a lot of the NFL is trying to push, and the USA Football is pushing to better recognize how to stop those minor hits from taking effect. So since we were concentrating a lot on concussions, but with USA Football stepping up their game, we've kind of leaned back on that a little bit because they've been pretty active in the youth football community and some other stuff, and it's becoming more known. So it's something that we still want to to get further into, but right now
Okay.
we've chosen to do more of the heart screenings, and it goes beyond just the heart screenings. We're also doing a CPR and AED program.
Oh, wow.
We've kind of had to pause it for a little bit because the guy that we were using that helped us get it started, he was actually working for the Red Cross, but then he moved upstate, so he took all his equipment and everything with him because he needed to, and so we're trying to get that relaunched, but all that takes money. The equipment that we're using for the screenings is old, and we need the CPR, we need the instructors, which costs $300-500 to train an instructor. And then we need the dummies and all that stuff, and that costs a couple $1,000s. So right now what we got going is a fundraiser. It's called our Game Saver, which the Game Saver program is part of a bigger initiative that we started a few years ago called PASS, which is Positive and Safe Sports Initiative, and it incorporates the sports physicals, as on the safety side, just awareness. We provide information on there, or links to information where to find it. The different things like dehydration, concussions, just minor sports injuries, because we want to keep the kids safe and in sports, and they can't do that if they're injured.
Right.
So, and then other thing we were doing with that was the positive side, which was making sure that coaches are being positive role models and not negative role models.
Yeah.
So that's something that we kind of put on the back burner too, because there's a lot of different things that go into that. So we're trying to choose what to go with first, and then we'll go from there. So what we've got going now is a fundraiser to help us raise funds for this. Which is kind of hard because, as anybody that's in youth sports knows, that especially if you run a team or a league, money is hard to come by.
Yes.
You got parents that you want to play sports, but they can't afford it because registration's $200-300 plus equipment, and that's just for some of the smaller sports. And so just trying to go out there, and for some reason, a lot of companies, when they see youth sports, they kind of shy away from it. And
really?
it's usually like when we were coaching our team, when we ran a team, a lot of the sponsorships and whatnot came from businesses that had kids in the program. So it's hard, and there's so many nonprofits doing so many things here, but the funding is just so hard to find. So we're trying to do a neat little fundraiser drive, an online raffle that we've started. And that's mainly, the main part of it is to help us raise money for the Game Saver program, for the CPR, the AD program, so we can get our instructors, so we can get more ADs. Another part of that Game Saver program is we're trying to get AD loaners out to the leagues and teams, because the city of Las Vegas doesn't have, or the Clark County doesn't have ADs available at the parks.
Wow.
I know Henderson has been really good with trying to get them out there.
Good.
So what we want to do is make sure that there's access to those, and
Absolutely.
those cost $2,000 each. And when you're talking about 100, 200 teams, that's a lot.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
once we get this thing settled in, then we can start working on that program. But we have aging EKG machines. We'd like to buy some new echo machines, which cost about $10,000. And just putting on events takes a couple of $1,000s, and we do this about 2-3 times a year.
Okay.
And so with the Game Saver the Game Saver program, we have a fundraising raffle that we're going to do, and we've got a few businesses actually involved with us now that they're starting to see what we're doing, and that we're not a sports team. So a lot of people see sports and there's they immediately shy away. They don't even look at it. So we found a way to reach out to them, and now they're seeing that we're actually doing more health and wellness part. So we've had businesses like Apocalypse Vegas, Sun Buggy, which have donated some big packages. So we have we have 4 different packs, where we have what we call an adventure pack, and that has the adventure zip lining from flight lines. Sorry.
Okay. No,
flight lines, and adventure combat ops, which is the Apocalypse Vegas. We're also doing. We just got a little bit of everything. We just got a million things. I actually didn't think that we'd get so many. I was just going to do we were just going to do individual packages, but then we started getting so many that we started combining them into packages. So we have
Gotcha.
like an adventure pack. We have a day night pack, which the Seersucker by the Hakkasan Group, they donate a $250 gift certificate.
Wow.
David Sachs Productions gave us like 3 pairs of tickets to give out to people.
Wow.
What's another one? Eclipse Theaters. What's that?
Oh, the rec center. Yeah.
Yeah, the rec center. That's actually part of the family pack. That's another one we have going. That has the Las Vegas Mini Grand Prix. It has Sequest, Springs Preserve, and a couple others that jumped on that.
Right.
And then we even got some gun safety classes that are on there. So people that want to do their CCW, so we got in there. So we want to make sure people are safe and trying to introduce them to that and whatnot. Then we also, what's a very unique part about it is we've partnered with some of the leagues. So we have like NYFL, girls youth basketball, Southwest girls softball, Vegas Sports Foundation, which is a flag league, NYS, which is another huge league here. And what they're doing is they are going to give us, they're giving away a certain amount of registrations for free. So not really free, but people can raffle. We're raffling those off for starts
gotcha.
like $5 for 10 entries.
Right.
And so that helps not only the league out, but it helps the parents out to get, and it kind of expands that. And so what we've agreed to with them is kind of unique is that adventure pack that we talked about with Sun Buggy and Flight Lines and Apocalypse Vegas. They we have a refuge climbing. That's what we're calling our 50-50 raffle. So these leagues that are donating these registrations to raffle off. So for that package, it's $25 for 50 entries. And what we're doing is money raised from that, 50 of it will go to our Game Saver program, 50% of it, and then 50% of it will go to another program that we have called No Youth Athlete Left Behind. Okay. So that is to help pay for registration fees for kids that can't afford it, who may be financially struggling or whatnot, to keep them in sports. So we're going to give 50% of that will go to that program, which in turn will be distributed among the leagues that are participating.
Yeah.
So to for them to provide registrations for kids.
Wow.
So
that's really cool. Yeah. And I think a lot of people, unless you have kids that are in sports, you don't realize how much it is. Even my friend, thank gosh, they're more well off, so it's not that much of a burden. But their kids' registration was $800 for hockey.
Yeah, hockey is one of the most expensive ones.
And that's not even for the equipment, which he says also just astronomical. And they're still struggling, and they are more well off, and it's very a huge burden, and you want to make your kids happy, and you want them to be doing good things, but it's a very difficult thing. So that's amazing you guys are doing that.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm definitely keeping kids in sports. Not every kid wants to play sports. Not every kid's going to play sports.
Right.
But there's a lot of structure that goes with that, especially when you have a good coach, and there's a lot of good coaches out there.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we see the things on the news about these coaches, getting in a fight, and the parents getting in fights and whatnot, and it happens. So, if we can change that, we need to realize that, everybody wants their kid to be a professional athlete, but not every kid. We got to look at the other lessons that sports teaches them, from respect and discipline and just structure, and that's the biggest thing. And so we need to make sure that the coaches and the youth leagues are getting back to that, and a lot of them have been, because they're seeing that they've seen the problems too. And so there's been a lot of leagues that have folded because of that. So so these leagues now that are still here, there's like NYFL and NYS are some of the older ones, and they've really starting to focus more on that aspect of it. So it's a good thing.
Oh, that's awesome. And you don't even really think about that, but that is such a important thing you're doing. And I hope a lot of people really support you. And it sounds on top of it like you got amazing raffles. So even if they don't care about the charity, at least you got some really cool raffles.
Exactly. And that's the biggest thing is trying to get that out there to people to realize, because one thing that we've struggled with the fundraising part is we've tried to do other kind of fundraisers, like the location fundraisers, at like Smashburger or Panda or stuff like that. But and even just asking for donations for money, it's hard because most of who we deal with are the leagues and the parents, so they're already putting not only money into the kids, but now they have the teams are asking for fundraisers to cover for certain things. So they're like, and we understand that that kind of comes first for them.
Of course.
So we're trying now to break that barrier outside of the sports community and get more into the regular community, and it's been tough, but and that's one thing that I'm hoping we can do with this fundraiser with these different packs is hopefully everybody shares it and keeps spreading it, and that's why we've gone with the firearms community and with what else? With the other communities for date nights and stuff like that. It's just stuff that'll draw in more people.
Absolutely.
So and it has. We've already started to see a little bit more page likes coming in from people that are not in the youth sports community.
Gotcha.
So hopefully we can continue to grow. It's only 2 weeks long, so just hope people spread it.
Yes. No. Absolutely. It's such a really well needed thing, and like I said, even if you don't have kids or something, you can understand. And kids are the future, and you want them to be healthy and safe. And it's amazing what you're doing. And thank God it's not so common, but there is still enough stories where, like you said, the kids just dropped in the middle of recess, not even playing a sport. I mean, it's really horrible, but you guys are trying to prevent that as much as possible.
Yeah,
and that's amazing.
It's prevention, awareness, and then that's we used to have the slogan of get in the game, stay in the game, or get in the game, enjoy the game, stay in the game. Kind of switching that more into awareness, prevention, and was it awareness, prevention, and I think I'm sorry.
No,
I just got off work.
You're fine.
I've worked 12 days straight.
I'm exhausted. Don't worry, you're doing good. You're good.
Awareness, recognition, and prevention
there
is
you go.
what we want. So we want people to be aware of what the type of things are. We want them to recognize when it's about to happen or when it becomes an issue, and we want people to be able to prevent it from happening. Or if it does happen, readiness was the other part of it. To be ready to act on it. So if we can get those parents and the coaches, most leagues require sports physicals and not all, so we're trying to get that changed. And even if your league doesn't require a sports physical, get it done. Just get it done. I know most places can do them for $35. We do ours 3 times a year, usually right before each season, and just get it done, and you won't regret it. A good doctor will go through your family history, your personal history, and everything, and hopefully find something that's wrong, and just be precautious. And, and I forgot what I was going to say.
It really is. It's such an amazing foundation you have, and it's doing important things. So I really hope a lot of people will support it. And
thank you.
Like you said, not just the sports family community, but anyone who cares about kids at all.
Right. Yeah. Because these kids are our future. I mean, they're going to be our
Yes.
future leaders. So we want to make sure that they have positive and safe experiences, and that's all we can ask.
Yes.
So.
And you're doing great stuff. So thank you for
Thank you. I
doing
appreciate
this.
it.
And I really, like I said, I wish you well. And this sounds like you got amazing prizes alone. So hopefully that alone will draw a lot of people. So I wish you really well with that.
Thank
And
you.
you guys are just going to grow bigger and better.
Yeah,
so.
thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, but thank you so much, Brian, for being on.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Oh, of course. And thank you guys so much for watching. Please go check out LVSportz with a Z, correct?
Right. LVSportz with a Z.
Yeah, and support them, and what an amazing foundation. So please go help them out, and thank you guys so much for watching. And remember, never give up, always believe, and you'll achieve. Thank you, God bless.